this day.
Yeah. Okay, great. All right. Just have a seat. Appreciate it. Coach will give us an opening statement. Then after coach's statement, we'll take questions. And if you've got a question, please raise your hand, and we'll get a wireless microphone to you. Coach, your thoughts on the game tonight?
Yeah, the one thing we really talked about is trying to start the game off well, and we were able to do that. Try to split the game into 4-minute segments. Coach Cal, obviously, watching his team in person for the first time. Obviously, I've seen it a lot on film, but they're so good in transition that every time you make a mistake, and to us, when we take a contested 2 at the rim against a team like Kentucky, that's really almost like a turnover because they're able to get up the floor and put so much pressure on your defense. So, when we were able to get back and keep them in the half court, I thought we did some decent things defensively, but they just kept coming at us and made it tough on us all night.
Okay, you got questions?
Other than just simply making shots, what did you see that contributed to that hot start and then being able to kind of sustain that momentum early on?
Well, I thought we made them guard multiple sides of the floor, and we'd get into quick actions. As we got tired and their athleticism and length started to bother us more, our pace offensively was slower, which allowed them to kind of overwhelm us on some possessions. But that was why I thought the start was good. We made them, we kind of kept them out of the paint early there, and they got some threes that didn't go in for them. We were able to rebound. I was really happy with our rebounding effort. We've played a lot of really good teams here in the first 5 days of the season, but I think we found out a lot about our group, and I think they individually and collectively found out about themselves going through this little gauntlet that we've been on.
You kind of just brought up some of the opponents that you guys have faced so far this season, seeing Texas A&M and Texas Tech. So what about this Kentucky team really stood out to you, and what makes them special?
Their speed and their skill at the same time. To turn the ball over, I think we're pretty long, we're pretty athletic, and we just couldn't phase them. We couldn't get them out of the pace that they wanted to play, and they only turned over 3 times. I mean, when you don't turn the ball over, and obviously if you look at the shot disparity, 67 to 56, we like to be the team that's on the other side of that, and obviously we're not going to come in here probably and have that same success, but just up close in person, how fast they play, and it's still under control, I think is probably the biggest difference of the other 2 opponents.
How would you say this early non-conference schedule has helped you guys prepare for the rest of the season?
Well, we handle adversity right off the bat. We've played some really poor halves, and we've played some really good halves. Obviously, the game's 2 halves, so the results aren't what we want on the scoreboard. But I think you handle adversity. We got a bunch of 9 new guys. You get on the road this long, you get a chance to come together and really spend time and kind of find out who you're about. And go through it a little bit. We're frustrated after having 2 47, 46 point performances offensively, trying to draw some good out of those games. It's to improve, but understand that that's just not good enough, and we got to keep improving.
You've been with this team from the transition from Division II up to Division I. Obviously, I know you've played in a lot of pretty cool places now, but was it kind of cool being in Rupp Arena and seeing the whole atmosphere?
Yes. No, it really is. People have been asking me that all week. These, we're in the business of student-athlete experience, and for the guys to get the opportunity, at all levels, players are innately very competitive. So the shine kind of wears off when you don't play well. I think we played our best game of this early season so far tonight. Made some shots, and what we try not to live on is makes and misses, because we got some good looks in the other shot. They just didn't go in. We just got to keep trying to get better at how we play on both sides of the ball. But Coach Cal's been, very gracious the whole program. We do appreciate them having us up here and us getting this opportunity.
Any questions for Coach?
Coach, we asked all the visiting coaches coming in here this question, but Kentucky has 3 7-footers sitting on the bench.
what's that going to do for their team when they come back?
Yeah, it'll put. I think it'll change their team a lot. Obviously, the caliber of those players, and I haven't seen them in practice since they've been here, but we've seen them, through the circuits and through the years. We were able to score some points at the paint, at the rim tonight. Even our guards getting downhill, we're able to finish some of those. And you add that element to it, it allows those defenders to stay out on the perimeter more, which probably would have taken away some of our threes that we got tonight. And I think it just can change how good they are defensively. They're a good team defensively. They forced us. We did a better job in the second half, but they're going to force turnovers. But I just don't know how you're going to score at the rim when they put any of those combination of guys on the floor at the same time.
Any other questions? Anyone else? If not, Coach, thank you very much.
You got it. Go Lions.